You know what's really silly? Me. But aside from that, I love how VC face. Here, let me try to zoom in for you guys. Why does it feel like my eyebrows by default are doing like almost like sorrow eyebrows? I don't get it. I freaking don't get it. But welcome back to Dandadan. Hello, people. Sorry, had to clear my throat. And welcome to another Monday upload. That's crazy. I've been on top of my shit. I mean, bit ironic, maybe? I don't know. If you haven't been uninitiated, I've quit caffeine somewhat for good. um, I was worried about some health stuff developing, like some health concerns or whatever. So I was like, okay, I think this is a good time to cut it out for good. Used to be a really big energy drink girly. Then I switched to coffee, but even then I was still a bit concerned. But enough about my life. I don't know why I sandwiched that with the Dandadan stuff, but mostly because today's chapter, although it looks like we're finally getting into like some sort of conclusion, I was gonna say Fujimoto. Tatsu, you are a nerd. You're an absolute nerd. So like there was recently like a big break for Dandadan. If you remember, I was there, you were there. We were both crying in our like Cocoa Pops or something. I don't even know if we have Cocoa Pops in Canada. Probably not, right? Like in our crave or something, since we like sugar for breakfast. But like, it's interesting. It's because he didn't do research on like freaking, well, maybe he did, right? Like on like mythological or like cool like lore stuff for Dandadan. I feel like some of it was actually just to be like a fucking nerd and like research like how typhoons work. This is why he like took that break to like properly study, and that's the most that's the most Asian thing I've ever heard. He like locked in on his studies. Like it fits into that stereotype so well of like just kind of being swamped in like, hey, I gotta drill this down, and I have firsthand experience of witnessing that, and yeah, SMH my fucking head. Um, but yeah, like I think it at least provides some sort of logic to something that defies logic at times, especially with the concept of I keep wanting to I keep wanting walling? What am I saying? I keep wanting to call it like blank space or something, but whatever it's called, right? Anything can kind of go. And for him to still have these guidelines is quite neat. I mean, again, we got Pocket Pussy Worm in the bag, right? Which is, again, crazy of a statement for me to say, but hey, that worm juice, that worm water was packing and nutrients. I don't know. Um, but here we are. Um, I think the woman's name is Futa, which is really interesting to call nowadays. Similar to how people don't name themselves Adolf anymore, right? Because of certain implications. Or Karen, right? Is Futa on the rise? Or on the decline, I should say. Oh my god. But yeah, what's it called? Futa and literally the others, working together using similar, like, I guess similar techniques to what we've seen before, if not the same technique. I guess they're not like yelling out like they have like there was this one big fight. I forgot what arc. It might have been the mirror woman. I forget her name. God. Dandadan fans and Chainsaw Man fans when they forget important stuff. But like, yeah, it. I think that's like where we've seen like the beam before, like the evil like gun. Evil gun? Is that what the attack was? I don't have it open. But interesting. We're using science to get rid of the typhoon. You fucking nerd. Interesting. I mean, like that's how I could like kindly put it to words, but overall, not the most exciting chapter. but exciting maybe for future weeks when we kind of break out of this. Maybe some of you guys at this point are like, why the hell are you even making videos on Dandadan at this point? Continuity. The basic, like, continuity. And sometimes there are some really interesting things to extract from it. I mean, there's also just the scientific element to it, which is nice to point out. And I guess just that realization of, hey, I mean, maybe people have already figured it out already as to what he locked in and trying to understand. But I respect the dedication, especially as someone that makes as complicated as backgrounds for like a living. Crazy. Why don't you just like be normal and like post on Blue Sky or something, Tatsu? You know, you could like drift off into the sunset, you know, whatever it's called, whatever the phrase is called, and enjoy your life. But no, you like pain. You like so much pain, which is why Momo and Okarun are getting married tomorrow.